So what's the number one way to grow your beauty business? Well, I would argue it's paid advertising. I get a lot of questions about paid ads, and I'm going to go through at least 5 to 10 questions today. Cover as much as we can in this video, and then hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be like, okay, I understand what I need to do to run paid ads, and I'm ready. By the way, my name is Randolph with Beauty Biz Pro. I've been helping beauty businesses since 2017. I think we're at like 5,000 testimonials now. I don't know. I lost count a while ago. So what is the number one question I get? Well, I don't know if it's the number one, but it's number one on my list. Best ad platform. So the best ad platform, I'll just go through what the potential platforms are. So when I think of advertising, I think of digital advertising because, you know, that's what I focus on. I don't think many people read newspapers or magazines or any of that stuff anymore. So I think it's digital advertising is the best. We got platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google, Yelp, maybe Groupon is, I don't even know if that's counted as an ad, but the main platforms I focus on are Facebook, Instagram, and Google. So I've tried TikTok ads before. Didn't really have any luck with it. If you guys have had luck, let me know below. I'd love to hear your strategy. But yeah, I've tried multiple TikTok ads for different businesses and just never had much luck. So we typically, like, let's say that you're a beauty business and you come to us. We're gonna, one, look at like, you know, what are you currently doing? What kind of content do you have? You know, what stage of business you're in? But long story short, for 95% of people, we always start them on Facebook and Instagram ads. Why is that? Because, I mean, to me, it's the best bang for your buck, because for as little as like, you know, $5 a day, you can reach thousands and thousands of people. And so to me, that's really good. Now, Google ads are great for certain things, like, you know, that's like when people are searching for your service. But I do find that like Google ads do cost more and you don't get that instant gratification. So like instead of getting what I call opportunities, instead of getting leads and opportunities of people messaging your business, a lot of times with Google ads, it's a little bit quieter and slower, because like you can send people to a website or you can send them to a Google business profile, but until they actually transact with you, it's kind of quiet. And so I think Facebook and Instagram like is much better to start with. Now, for those of you already running Facebook and Instagram ads, you should consider, you know, adding Google, because two totally different types of ads. Facebook and Instagram are more like, hey, I'm in your face, I'm popping up on your news feed, here I am type of thing. Whereas Google is more like, okay, this person's searching in the local area or searching for something related to your business, and now you're on Google. And so two totally different types of ads, but I would start with Facebook and Instagram. Now, I did mention Yelp, so I've got to say something about that. Typically, Yelp never works. From what I've seen from every business, you know, they'll give you like a $300, I don't know if they're even still doing this, but back in the day, they would give you like a $300 free ad credit, but then it would like do nothing, and then they would just like charge your card and try to lock you into a 1-year contract. So I would avoid Yelp ads. So the next question I have is, when should I start running ads? You know, should you start running ads when you first open your business? Should you wait till a certain revenue point? Should you wait till you have a certain amount of content? And so I'm going to dive into that a little bit. I actually think you need to start running ads before you even open your business. And I think my business partner Tony would agree, because he actually helped his wife open up a aesthetic studio back in 2018. And the one thing they wish they had done sooner is start running ads, because, you know, he said there's nothing worse than opening up new doors, you know, putting all the work into making your studio look nice and fancy, and then all of a sudden, bam, day one, I have 0 clients because I haven't been running ads and nobody knows about me. And so that's a problem, obviously. So definitely want to start running ads before you even open. Now, if you're watching this, chances are you've probably already opened your business, so you're behind the curve on that. So you want to get some ads going ASAP. The common misconception I see is like, okay, I got to have a ton of content before I run ads. I got to have a big marketing budget. Like, none of that's true. Like, yes, you do want to have some content so that when people click on your profile, you know, they see, you know, what you're all about. But, you know, making a few posts is as quick as like 10 minutes. Like, you could literally do that today and have some posts up on your social media. Hopefully you're already posted on social media. So how often should I run ads? When somebody asks me that, I already know they're doing it wrong, because they're probably boosting a post. They're probably running an ad for 3 or 4 days and then turning it off. Like, I see this all the time, and that is a huge waste of money, because the way Facebook ads work is they actually optimize as they go. And so as Facebook or Instagram is showing your ads to certain people, they see how people react, they see the type of people clicking on it, and it learns as it goes. And so the more money you're spending, the more time you're letting it run, it's optimizing. And so if you run it for 3 or 4 days or a week and you shut it off, well, you just wasted all that learning, and you have to reset. And so it's not effective to just run ads for 3 or 4 days. Now, I would say the only exception to that is if you have, let's say you have a giveaway or an event or a grand opening coming up in 2 weeks, then yeah, you can run the ad for 2 weeks or a week just to get people, aware of that event or aware of that thing. But that's when you have a time limited event, that's the only time I recommend running ads for, not continuously. Now, every other time, definitely run them continuously so the algorithm has time to optimize, has time to learn, and as it goes, it's probably going to get better. Now, not always the case. Sometimes, depending on if you have too small of an audience, or maybe you get what's called creative fatigue, where people have been seeing your ads over and over again. We call that frequency, like how many times someone sees the ad. So if you're running a certain graphic and the average person has seen that 3 times, maybe the ad is getting some creative fatigue and you need to go in and refresh it. And so that's the only time I recommend going in and changing it, if it's not performing well and you need to go in and fix that fatigue. But that's the kind of stuff my team does when they're monitoring it. And so it's not yes, we want to run an ad as long as possible if it's performing well, but if it stops performing well, we try to figure out why. Is it creative fatigue? Is it because it's reaching the wrong people? Is it, you just never know. There's so many factors, and that's why they go in and change it. Next question is, what should an ad look like? So when somebody asks me this question, I actually get excited, because so many people think an ad needs to, and we even get this with our clients sometimes. They'll be like, well, this ad doesn't look like I thought an ad would look. And I ask them, I'm like, okay, do you think someone is more likely to click on something that clearly, blatantly looks like an advertisement on their social media where we're interrupting their free time? Or do you think someone's more likely to engage with something that maybe kind of blends in with the news feed and blends in with, what they're already looking at? Well, the answer is, if it blends in more and it kind of looks like an organic post, they're more likely to engage with it. Because if it screams advertisement, book me, book now, blah, 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 a lot of people see that as kind of salesy, transactional, and they're less likely to stop scrolling. They're going to scroll past it. And so, long story short, an advertisement shouldn't really look like a blatant advertisement most of the time. Now, the exception to that is, let's say that you're retargeting an audience that's already been to your website, already clicked on your profile multiple times, and they're further along the sales process. They have a different level of basically what I call awareness. And so in a sales funnel, there's different stages of awareness. There's initially seeing your business and becoming aware of a problem they have, or becoming aware of a service you offer. And then they start doing, the educational phase where they're learning about it, they're doing their research, etc. And then you have the last part of the funnel, which everybody wants to rush to, understandably, where they actually they're ready to transact, they're ready to buy, they have all the information they need. And so if you're treating every single viewer like they're already ready to buy, it's not going to be very effective, because you're missing out on all those other stages of awareness. So for the most part, when you start running an ad campaign, you don't want it to be a blatant advertisement. What budget do I need? So like I said earlier, you can start with as low as, $5 a day, and that'll reach thousands of people. And you're probably thinking okay, Jake, I've seen people with millions of followers. Is thousands really a lot? And the way I like to think of it is I spoke at the Vegas PMU conference last year, and there's about 500 people in there, and it was a packed room, a big room, a conference room. And so I'm okay, this is what 500 people looks like in person. And so if you can imagine 10 times that, 5,000, and just tons and tons of people, that's how many people you can reach every day, on average, with a very low budget, $10 a day, $15 a day. And so I think it's a great, advertising is one of the best opportunities. I think too many people, get negative about ads, oh, I got to spend money to grow my business. It's oh, you have the opportunity to spend a little bit of money and reach thousands of people. I mean, we're pretty dang blessed. So that's the way I like to look at ads. Should I advertise multiple services on one ad, or should I just focus on one single service? And I would say it depends. Like, if you, let's say you offer microblading, lashes, waxing, and all those services, and you just want to get a general ad out there that's like, you know, hey, local area, I'm located here I am, you know, we offer these services, then sure, that's okay. But if you're wanting people to take an action, which most of you are, if you're wanting people to like book quicker, like, you know, book your service, blah, 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 like actually convert is what we call it. If you want them to actually convert, then I recommend focusing on one service. And so let's say a business owner comes to me and they're like, okay, I offer all these different services. I'm going to tell them, you know, pick your most popular one. I call it the shiniest one. And so it's like if I'm fishing, I want to pick my shiniest lure that's most likely to get a bite. And once I get the fish in the boat, then I can do whatever I want with it. And so it's the same thing with business. Like, pick your shiniest object that might convert the best and get the most attention. Let's say that's permanent jewelry, because that's a trend right now. So let's say you advertise with permanent jewelry, you get inquiries, you get people in your business, and then now you can say like, oh, by the way, I also offer facials, I also offer microblading. And as you build that relationship with them, then you can make them a repeat customer and, you know, sell them all your other services. But it all starts with that one shiny lure. And so in your business, like, comment below, what is your shiny lure? What's your most popular service? What service do you like to push the most? I would love to hear that in the comments. And last but not least, should you learn ads yourself, or should you hire someone to do it? And before I give this answer, I don't want you to think like, oh, Jake's just trying to sell me his services. Like, no, I could structure my business however I want. I could focus on our coaching program. I could focus on building AI chatbots, which are actually really cool right now. If you don't have AI selling for you all the time, then you're wasting your time, you're missing out. But, you know, I've got lots of other stuff I can sell and do as a marketing agency. But why do I really focus and push Facebook ads and Instagram ads? Is because I think that's one of the main things you should not be doing as a beauty business owner, because you guys are already focused on running your business, you know, doing all the stuff. You're wearing a lot of hats already. And if you think social media changes a lot, you should see how much advertising changes. It's literally like constantly changing. They're changing the rules. They're changing what works, what's allowed, you know, what's not working. And so the cool thing about having someone who specializes in your niche, like the beauty industry, is that we can actually spot those trends quickly, because we're managing anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 a month in ads at least. And so we have the most data. Our company probably has more data in the beauty industry as far as advertising goes than any other company in the world. And so besides maybe like the big, you know, billion-dollar cosmetic companies, but like as a marketing agency, we probably do. So we can quickly see like, okay, this type of graphics working the best, or this type of photo, or this type of video, and then we can modify that and use it for our clients. And so you're not going to have, like, even if you're super tech savvy, even if you're really good at computers and you love doing all the nerdy stuff, you're not going to have all the data we have. And so either way, even if you can, quote, create your own ads, why not hire someone that, you know, can, one, take that off your plate, two, has all the data to make it the best bang for your buck. And so, for example, we have a salon here locally. I run her ads, and I just started running her ads because I moved to the area like it was like 3 weeks ago that we started. She was running her own ads, and her cost per lead was about $21 per lead. And now we've gotten it down to $3 per lead, and it's not just about the lead cost, and they're also converting higher. So she's literally probably getting at least 5 to 10x more business from the advertising campaign by hiring us. And so even though, yes, it costs a little bit more extra money to hire someone to do something for you, if it's that much more effective, how much money are you losing out by not doing it? And so whether you're already running your own ads, or maybe you've tried ads before and they didn't work great in the past, I challenge you, try them again, because you can't grow a business anymore without paid advertising. So if you are interested in seeing how we can help you with ads, we're going to include a link below to book a free strategy call. And on that call, it's no pressure. Like, we're not a high pressure sales company like some of these other agencies. You know, we'll get you on there on the phone. We'll go over the Zoom call, and we'll show you exactly like the different packages we have, and we'll figure out like, okay, what fits best for your lifestyle, what fits best for your business, what strategy fits best, and we'll go over everything with you. We'll give you some free advice as well. And then if you want to sign up, great. If you don't, that's fine too. we're all about building relationships. Like I've got clients that have been working with us since 2017, 2018. I'm about building long-term relationships. I'm not about short-term sales. And so if you guys are interested in, just booking a no-pressure call just to see what's up with your business, we'll include a link below. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it kind of clarified some stuff with advertising, because I do think it's one of the most popular topics in marketing, because you're not going to grow organically anymore. It's almost impossible. And so yeah, let me know, or book the strategy call below. And if you do book, mention this video and we've got a special offer for you. All right, see you guys in the next one.